was cooperative learning basic elements. And Lene will later on, because this year I have only been, I'm not been teaching this year. I have been doing administrative work. But Lene has been kind enough to also try out the method, so she could introduce something of her experience when you came here. But this is the method I presented in IAS, and since we only are allowed 2-3 minutes, I will only tell the theoretical background about it. When I was in IAS, I also introduced it by letting you work it out, try it out. Because the whole key is to work in groups. And you have to be organized in the group, and you are also able to not allow the students to pick who they want to work with. And you can either use it for short time, or you can use it all the time as a group that works together for a long time or period. But the things that you use for the cooperative learning is you teach them the social skills. You have to make sure that all the people in the group are doing something. When you work in groups, you have always people who do everything and some people who are just being along with the ride. In cooperative learning, you are making sure that everyone in the group has a task to do. The task can be to take the time. We don't have more time. But still he has a task, or she has a task. It's also a face-to-face interaction, because you sit in the group all the time, and the teacher can also be able to see all the people, even if you sit in a group. And even though it's a group, you still have the individual responsibility for doing the work. So it's quite, you have some rules that you use all the time, so it's not just a random group. And this is, I guess you know this pyramid. So it's, cooperative learning is in here, practice by doing, because they have to work, not just read the stuff or write it down, they have to work it out and tell people and make sure that all the group members know the stuff or have understand it. And this is, you can use cooperative learning as a method all the time, or you can just use it as one of your methods that you want to use for either for one special hour or for a whole day. And so the classroom must be structured, and it would be in 4 groups. You would structure your classroom, so the 4 would be like 4 together. So it's always teams of 4. And each group has number 1, 2, 3, 4. I did that exercise when you had to find out when you had your birthday, which month, and then I just said, you number 1, 2, 3, 4. If I would be the teacher and I had students I need to take special care of, I wouldn't let it be that random. I would structure, so I make sure that the number 4, I knew which of my students would be number 4. Because then I also could arrange that number 4 in the group had a special task that I knew my student would be able to do. So if one of my students had a problem with reading loud for other people, I would make sure that number 4 in the group were not the one who would read. So I could also use it like that, to strengthen the people, to find the strength that they have, and not the weakness. We also practice this one. It's just, you have the signal. It's just a way to make the students understand that now it's time to be quiet and listen to the teacher. And usually it works. Instead of, whoo, hello, come on, you just stand there. And it's always fun to see the students if they, or someone is not noticing at all. They just work on. So we have to stand there. It works, yes, just to get their attention. And all students participate in different ways. And formal and informal is just how much you want to structure the group, or how much you as a teacher wants to make sure that the task is done. And then I have the demonstration. You read the text,